Just quick preface, it's a bit awkward. I actually recorded this with Fish about 3 months ago and never did it, so never edited it or put it out. I'll put it down to a lack of motivation with COVID, so we can blame that. But it's out now. Get over it. It's class. Yeah, sorry, Fish, for taking so long. Enjoy.
New York, my one pina colada. I got champagne and she calling me papa. This guy like Riri, but she way better. I'm not her father, she calling me dada. Love or her buzz, which would you rather? Little baby, tell me what is the matter. All of these fellas, they tryna get at her. She blocked them, then I know I have her. Every time we text, we be
Then we'll get started again, though. I don't really want to actually just have a set of questions. I'm because when I did the hip hop stop with you, I had a set of questions, and I still think it was okay. But I
That's
don't.
for the radio though, so it made sense.
You know, the hip hop stop was filmed 1 year ago today.
That's not true.
No, it's not. I listened to it yesterday, and I was. It's weird because when it came out a year ago, I loved it and I thought it was class. But when I was listening to it yesterday, I was like, "Oh."
Which one?
The hip hop song one with you. I was
Oh,
like, I
really?
don't know why. I just was like, "Oh," but no. But there was good questions, like, but I just didn't like the way I had it so like
Structured.
Yeah, you said though about what was it about your old songs? That was one of the first things I wanted to say to you. You said
Yeah.
about your old songs. So we played. I remember we played Buzz. Not I remember. I listened to it last night. We played Buzz to open up, right? Which is like old now, right?
That's the second or third song.
Yeah, but you said, talking about that, I remember you said about all them songs. So you were about to release Yopstar, or you just released Yopstar around November, was it? Or you'd released Yopstar by then?
Yopstar came out, but it was YFL was the EP I was talking about coming out like soon.
Yeah, Nice Boy. is what
Yeah, it's
to
supposed to be nice way.
That's
It's
what
supposed to be nice.
it's supposed to be called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But, what? Yeah, you took like a while with that in the end.
Oh, it's so annoying. I just kept on like postponing. I kept on pushing it back. I kept
Was
on.
that because of COVID? Or not really?
No, no, it wasn't. I didn't have anything to do with that. It was just me putting so much pressure on the songs and being like, oh no, they're not perfect. And like Jay and stuff would be like, just put it out. Like it doesn't have to be. And my mom would be like, it doesn't have to be professional. And
But
it's like,
that's the thing. I think I'd kind of be like that with you
Yeah.
if I was talking to you too. I put it out. It's better to put it out than nothing. But I guess that's
we just put pressure to be that fella that's bringing out banging music. Like,
Yeah.
that's what you want.
You
so.
know, with Yopstar though, right? So you
Yeah.
released Yopstar about a year ago. So the songs we were talking about a year ago were songs that you had released a year before that, so 2 years ago now. And
Yeah,
you said you
absolutely.
didn't like them songs. What do you
Yeah.
think about Yopstar now? Do you not like
What do
them
I think
songs?
of YFL?
No, about Yopstar.
Yopstar?
As in, what do you think about them a year on now? Because you didn't like your old songs last year. What do you think about Yopstar now upon reflection?
No, I swear when we were doing the DCU hip hop stuff, I didn't like I don't like I didn't like bombs on Dropstar.
You didn't already. You
I
already.
already
didn't
didn't like that song. But all about money and Atlas are bangers. Atlas is my least listened to song, but it's up there for me.
And you still actually do like them songs. So
Yeah,
you think,
I can see what I was doing and I can appreciate it. They're banging, but
in comparison to your new songs, you still prefer your new stuff.
yeah, fact.
Was All About Money then? So you still like All About Money? You still feel
I
that?
still like it.
Do you stand by that? That kind of was one of the first songs you really liked, because I think that was what you said to me as well.
Yeah, no, I think that was the first song that I was like, jeez, I can write some good stuff. But then there's also parts of All About Money that do my head in. Because I'm like, talking about the money, get the cash out. And I'm like, that's not me. Like,
Talking about the money, get the cash out.
and I pass out.
Oh, it was cool though.
It was cool, but it just wasn't my voice.
I spend it on the pills and I pass out. Talking about the money, get the cash out. I get the money and I dash out. I get the money and I splash out. Spend it on the pills and I pass out. I'm with the boys, yeah. That's
So
the
you think
Bugga.
you've kind of become a bit more real in the way you've been?
Yeah, big time.
You know, though, you did say about All About the Money as well, was that you were really angry making it.
Yeah.
So do you not think that was real though? That was real anger.
Oh, no, the
But it
verse.
was more just the voice that you were, the tone or whatever, when you were rapping it, was it?
It was just the chorus, because the verse is grand. I think that sounds like me. Except for that, I said something about like, 10 year after Columbine or something like that. And that's just
That's-
fuck cap. That's just not true. Like,
That's No, that is funny. It was bangs though. It bangs. Obviously,
Yeah,
joke.
it was
That
just
actually is really good.
angry, and I said it, but I was like, you know what? If I was angry, I wouldn't say that now because it's just so not true. It's so
100%.
far removed from.
But you said you were angry then. How are you now? Are you good now? Do you feel
I'm
better
good
now?
now. Yeah, I was just angry then for like I was angry for a while actually, but now I'm on top of the fucking world.
You're on top of the fucking world.
Yeah,
That's good to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. Yeah, but and even with COVID, how are you dealing with COVID? Is it good? Is it fine?
I had a great time. I've had a great time, being honest.
Really? Yeah.
I've had such a great time.
Even the first lockdown when everyone was
That
like
was
on
the
it.
best time. I swear to God, that was
In terms
lovely.
of music, even, do you think that
Music, yeah, music, creativity, and I had a little bubble then, and I was having a good time, partying.
That's good. I mean,
I wasn't partying. There weren't parties, but I was partying. But just a little bubble of like 3 people that I would see.
doing like Zoom pub quizzes and all.
Yeah.
Except Zoom pub quizzes in person.
In
without the
person.
quiz.
Yeah.
Without the quiz.
Yeah.
But in terms of, fair enough, in terms of creativity and stuff, then obviously it was good. But
Yeah.
talk to me about like not being able to do gigs. Obviously that's horrible.
Fuck that. Oh my God. That was so annoying because I had Wigwam booked for the day before Paddy's Day, I think.
It was something around then.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
And it was like just then that the lockdown came in. And I was like texting Sean McKeown, I was like, here, do you think this is going to go ahead? I was like, do you think it's going to work out? And like this, and he's like, I don't know. And I was like, here man, can we just go ahead with it?
Yeah,
we just
it's
do
funny
it.
because I remember that. I remember he put up a story being like, "Who would still go if I went ahead?"
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't it funny how naive we were?
I
And it was
know.
only a couple of months ago, but how naive we were with it then.
We were like, fuck it.
I was like, we'd be back in the pubs in June. Like, I was like,
Yeah,
we'd be
yeah.
back at it. Like, it'd be grand.
I remember back then I was like, it's either going to be over in a few months or it's going to be a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's looking like the latter. Well, no, it's kind of
No.
looking a little bit better.
Yeah,
now.
I
It's
don't know.
looking like
With the
a bit better now.
90% vaccine.
Yeah, but
thing.
it's funny because like I remember just being like, how it's gonna work is in March we're like, yeah, it's horrible now, but look, loads of us are getting work off. Then September,
Yeah.
we're all gonna reunite at EP and we're all gonna hug and kiss and it's gonna be
Yeah.
this beautiful moment.
It was
No,
heartbreaking
didn't
for a
happen.
lot of people I seen when EP wasn't going ahead.
I
that,
was sick over
yeah.
that. Like, but I mean, it wasn't when they announced it. For people to actually say at that point, "Oh my God, I'm shocked that they're not doing it." Are you stupid?
was-
Like
yeah.
we knew in May that EP wasn't.
It was
happening.
never once
So when
life.
they announced it
yeah,
in July, you know.
Yeah. I didn't like because I'm done with EP at this stage. Like I'll next time I'll be performing. I think I might have said that before, but when life is cancelled, that hit hard. That I wasn't ready for that one.
What about EP then? You're just not a fan of it anymore?
I'm not a fan of it anymore because I did the 3 years in a row, and then the third year, first year was great because it's like we were just before 6th year.
You were there as well just
Yeah.
before 6 years.
And I wasn't 18, so it was great.
And it was your first festival.
And then the second one, it was cool. Like it was alright. The weather's always shit. The third one was fucking terrible. And cause bad shit happened at it. But it's a good festival. But you know what? I think what I always thought of VP was kind of like it was great when I was underage, and it is a great festival, and they put it together really well. But it's kind of a thing. It's like I feel like a lot of people there just don't know how to act. Like it's the first time being out,
And they just get really, really messy.
and they're
I
just
know what you
barging
mean.
past you and all this.
I think it's the big groups and stuff as
Yeah.
well. You know, like the big groups of people. I think that can have an effect on it. Personally, I love EP. I think it's
great.
because I
Yeah.
think it's like especially even around the date that it's on. Like it's like the penultimate one. Like
It's
like
summer, end of summer.
the end of summer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then it's like it kind of is like this thing. As I was saying there a second ago with the end of COVID, everyone will be back. It's kind of like everyone kind of like reunites at EP. I don't know. It's kind of nice.
It is
Everyone
true.
goes off and does things
For the
and
summer,
then-
yeah.
and
got
then you're like,
candy.
EP, what's up? And
Yeah.
everyone's back, and it's kind of, I love that. And even people that you're not necessarily like close with, you see at EP and you're like, you have a memory of, I was with him for like an hour here. and I saw
Yeah,
this.
true.
And
true.
I don't think you get that with life, in my opinion. I think life is amazing, and I loved life too.
Yeah.
But I don't think you get that with life on the level just for the sheer size of EP. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And the magnitude of it.
But I think the thing with life is though, everyone goes to EP because it's such a wide range. It's like a people pleaser, and it's good at it, and it's really good. Life is more niche, And if you go in there because you know that you like this, you
This
like techno,
niche music,
and
and
you
it's the smaller groups, but I know, and
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that too.
Yeah.
I love both sides. I've been to festivals with small groups, and I've been to the big one,
big ones, yeah.
and I love them both. But there's just something. It's kind of, I don't know. It's like magical about EP or something. I don't know.
And like you love like running into people and chatting to people, so
Yeah.
you get that more at EP. Where I love chatting to random cunts.
Randomers.
Yeah, I love
And
chatting.
you can find them at life.
At life, it's so easy to find in my life. Yeah, at EP, I feel like a lot more people do my head in, and it gets to me.
Well, it's probably people that you don't want to see, because sometimes I think with
Yeah,
EP as
it's
well,
people
there's
that
a
I
lot of
know
people
that
you
I don't
wanna
wanna see.
and you will see them at EP. I
Oh,
completely get
there's
what you mean.
too many of them. Yeah.
And life doesn't have that as much.
No, it doesn't.
And even if there is, you don't even notice them because you're self-blind.
Exactly.
You don't even
Nothing
know.
could get in the way of me having a good time of life.
Hang on, we're gonna try something here, Fish. Just a quick. This is the first one, so
Yeah.
you're just gonna have to bear this in mind. I'm gonna crack a can, so hopefully it isn't that loud. We're gonna just do that now. Oh, that could be
Whoa.
aesthetic, to be fair.
Yeah, put a reverb on that, like make it drag out. I'll put effects on after.
What?
Yeah.
Not gonna say what I'm drinking because I don't want to get stick. Like
It's
but-
Orchard Thieves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Orchard Thieves. Like I understand why people don't like it. I would usually drink it. Just recently I just got into the Guinness though.
You don't strike me as a Guinness man. I don't. Yeah.
People have said that, but you know what? After exposing you for Orchard Thieves, yeah. If someone asks me in a pub and they're like, "Oh, well, yeah, do you want a drink?" and I'm like, "Yeah, get me a Guinness with black and then." Because I won't order it myself because it's too embarrassing. But if someone else is going up to
I
give me a
don't
drink,
care. I think as an Orchard Thieves drinker, I just don't care.
you learn not to care. But
yeah,
a Guinness
I don't care.
and a
'Cause if I
black and
cared,
in
I
it,
just wouldn't get it.
a Guinness and a black and in it is too frowned upon. It's too much. The bartender gives you shit. Everyone beside you gives you shit. It's too much. But if someone geary, I always do it to geary, and like it's what I want.
He's like what you want, and you say.
and he's like fuck
I
off.
I find though with Orchard, even though I say I don't care, if I'm with people that I don't know as much, say for a pint, work or something like that,
Yeah.
I won't order an Orchard. I'll order a Bummers or something.
Yeah,
Just out of
it
fear.
is that. Or you order an Appleman's because it's just not as. It's the same
It's
taste.
not as frowned upon as just saying.
It's the exact
saying,
same
"Oh,
thing."
It is the dark words like Orchard Thieves. It's
Yeah.
horrible. It's frowned upon.
It is. Did you ever put a black and in Orchard Thieves?
No, I've put it in Jack Slattery's though.
Yeah, I
which
was
is
drinking that
bang.
only the other
That
day. I got it in
bangs.
Spar.
That's very, very nice.
Yeah, I get orange in it as well sometimes.
But again, I normally wouldn't. Like, I mean, if I had a choice between drinking it with blackcurrant and without it, to be honest, I probably wouldn't. This is dark enough drinking Orchard Thieves, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you don't need that else. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so let's move on from that. Kind of COVID is a bit dark. Talk to me about then. So we've talked about kind of. Like, I don't want to go back to what we were talking about on Hip Hop Stop. Do you know what I mean? We've already kind of done that.
But things
You
might
can check
have
it
changed.
out on DCU Hip Hop Stop Spotify. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Big shout out to
Sorry.
Connor O'Neill, Rob Quigley, to the boys.
Shout
Even though
out.
they probably won't listen to this, but give that a shout out.
Ah,
So we
they'll
talked
listen.
about Yops there, and we talked about that kind of music. But then you kind of moved on and started making Spy Kids. Now Spy Kids actually dropped on Hip Hop Stop. You played it, but
Did I?
yeah, but
okay.
we're gonna we'll start from there and just talk about a few
Cool.
of them tunes.
Yeah, yeah.
Spy Kids is one of your more listened to tunes. Is that correct?
On Spotify, it's my most listened to on
It's your most
Spotify.
listened to on Spotify.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a look on both SoundCloud and Spotify. I think Spy Kids was one. I know Pina Colada, whatever
Pina
direct
Colada,
is
yeah,
your
yeah.
most listened to one.
Yeah.
And we'll get onto that. We'll get onto that in a bit.
In a
But
bit.
Spy Kids, talk about Spy Kids then.
Spy
that
Kids,
That was
yeah.
your big drop. That was the one.
That was the one I built that one up for ages. Like I was teasing it constantly, non-stop. Because I really did love the song. And I still do. But, I had made it like that summer. So I made it in like July and I started teasing it then. And then it came out in December. And oh my god, it was so annoying. I used DistroKid to send it to like YouTube and Apple Music and TikTok and
You
everything.
used what was it? Sorry.
It's called DistroKid. And it just puts on all the platforms.
Oh, is that like Anchor kind of? I think Anchor does that for podcasts.
Or like,
possibly.
or CD Baby or something like that.
Okay.
I'm
but
not sure. I'm
so
not sure
basically,
about
it puts it on all platforms for
Yeah.
you.
And you can put them on. You can set a date and whatever like that. But I put it up, and I was like, I was waiting for it to go up, and I'd be checking it, but I was waiting for an email to say, oh, it's up, and then I sent it on the 18th of December, and then it was Christmas Day, and I was like, you know what, I'll just look and see if it's there. And it was up from the 18th of December, and then it was Christmas Day, and I was like, oh,
And it has no views because you didn't get to like.
no one knew,
you
so
didn't get to advertise it.
yeah, and I was like, oh, early Christmas present. I saved it for Christmas. Christmas Day is the worst day to release music.
Yeah, well, because everybody is.
No one's listening to Spy Kids on Christmas. Yeah.
So what did you try then? Drop it on Christmas Day? I actually can't remember.
No,
So,
I didn't mean to. It was just that I checked
but
it
then
that day.
because you noticed that it was up,
I was like, oh, I have to promote this right now
so you
because
started promoting it.
yeah, it was.
And
Just
how did that? Do you think it kind of flopped more than it could have done? Do you think that affected it? Or do you think it still didn't?
I say it would have just got what it got,
It got
maybe.
anyway, yeah.
But it would have got a lot more. The first day views are the most views you get, and
Yeah.
my first day views weren't that great then. Yeah.
And also, I think something with Instagram too, like for upcoming artists, you want like a whole, like when you release a song now,
Yeah.
for example, I go onto Instagram, and I know you've released a song because there's about 15 stories in a row, and your story also of reposting them stories, you know what I mean, all at once.
really?
And that's a flood of, no, that's a good thing.
I've
That's
never
a
seen
flood.
it from that
Well,
point
you
of view.
haven't seen it from that
Yeah,
point of view,
yeah.
But you will know if you've put out a song.
Okay.
If you know the people that you know and
Let
us,
us know.
you will know that you've put out a song. I've noticed in your more recent songs. So I guess with Spy Kids that probably didn't happen then. Do you
No.
get me? Because
Definitely
we were
not.
probably all just posting it over the space of a few days where
Yeah.
you know, some of your songs you probably get about 10, 15, 20 mentions in like an hour.
Easy,
and
yeah.
then you repost them over the day and keep putting up stuff. And it probably does make a
It
big
does, yeah.
difference.
I don't like. I can't remember. I can't remember any posts of people resharing on Christmas Day. I actually can't remember. Maybe someone did. I think Matt sent me a video of him and his mom listening to it. But other than that, I don't know anyone else that really listened on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
So
it
that
is
might have messed
probably
with
the
it.
worst day. Even
Yeah.
in terms of probably just Instagram in general and just checking
Yeah,
social media.
yeah.
How, like, in terms of marketing yourself on Instagram, like, are you trying actively to do that? Like, I've noticed you would actively try to do that. Would you find yourself?
Yeah, I have been doing that, and I got on my feelings about it a while ago. I was gargling, I was walking home, and I released the song, and it was a Wigwam, the original version of Wigwam that
Yeah.
came out, and
Banger, by the way, check it out. That's great.
I was snapping because because I put up a thing saying, "Oh, who wants to hear this?" And a few people said, "Yeah," and then they voted on the poll, and then it came out, and I got less than people voted, and I was gargling, I was snapping, like talking to the video, saying like, "Just tell me if you don't want this and this and this."
Wait, what
But
do
it's
you
my
mean?
own
So
fault
it
because
was-
I didn't promote it
Wait, you put up who wants to listen to it? What do you mean? So you put up
on
a
my
poll?
Instagram poll, and then they were like I don't know how many people said, "Yeah, I want to listen to that," and then it came out, and then like within a few days, it had less views than the yes. So I was like, well, don't say yes if you don't actually want to hear it. But then I started talking to my friend Corey and Daniel Byrne, and Corey he owns Vantage Media. It's like a social media like marketing
Okay, yeah.
company. And I went and I was talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I voted yes on that thing, but I didn't know that you released a song because you didn't promote it." And I was like, "Shit, yeah, that's so true."
How
It's my own
important do you
fault.
think it is?
So important. Like if you just post a song and just put up one story of like it playing and say, "Oh, it's out," and you don't put the link in your bio, no one's gonna fucking listen to it. Like, yeah. Oh, I'm cursing on this. I assume that's alright.
That's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
again, I don't even know what this is going to be.
Yeah,
So, I think
yeah.
it's no problem. I mean, if we can't curse, it'd be a bit awkward. Like,
It'll be a bit poxy, yeah.
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 So in terms of even Instagram, then, like, and marketing yourself, do you think that it's nearly as important as the music itself in some ways?
Like you can be the best musician in the world, but if you don't market yourself, no one will ever hear it. But like someone like Lil Pump, he's not the best musician, but he's great at marketing himself, so he just blew up. Like it's all about marketing, really, but it depends on what is your goals.
The Corey, was that his name, the social
Corey,
media guy?
yeah.
So do you actually, like, would he actually be someone that you actively talk to about that, stuff like that? Or was it more just,
We have like he came to my gig in Grange Woodbine with the Wet Underground.
okay, yeah.
He came, and that was the first time I think I met him, and he's friends with Wally, and he just came. He's from Clondalkin, but he drove over, and then I just met him then, and I seen him then on nights out, and he's just telling me about how he owns his company. I was like, man, I'd love that, and then I was saying that on my social media that I was cursed. I'm like, oh, I'm cursed, like my songs are cursed and all this, and then I tagged him, was like, help me fix my curse, and then I think like the next day we organized to meet up. And then, like, I went and he'd be talking, give me all this advice, and then I just, like, write it in my notes. And I have loads in the notes that
And
I
do
haven't
you
even
follow
done
that
yet.
actively now? Or
Yeah, like that's why when YFL was coming out, I got on Twitter more, and I started doing TikToks and stuff like that, and I need to get back on that, but I kind of fell off like with the amount I was doing after YFL because college started and shit, but I still do need to keep it up.
That was a good example of your market in YFL, because everybody noticed everybody I think knew the album cover because you just put it everywhere, and I think that's the way to do it.
I know.
Just spam and spam and spam until people know, and then spam more. I think. Do you have any like tips then you learned from him that you think are the most important things?
I think like just consistency and like with like rapping, like the behind the scenes stuff, like to like show. When I recorded the videos and I was like, oh, this song is doing this and like this is happening, and this is my favorite lyric from it, and I was explaining each song, and it's just kind of like to get people more engaged with it. And they say even with you with the podcast and stuff like that, say if like filming a clip of like before we start or something like that, or it's being like, oh, this is the thing and all, we're gonna be doing this, yeah, and this and this and this, so people just have it in their head.
Humanizing it as well, I guess.
Yeah,
showing you a bit
like,
more real.
we're just on a buzz. We're just like, God, look at this. Get ready for this. Get ready for it. That's the main thing. Just get people ready for it.
Walk right in, big fam, thinking I'm a big man. Didn't know I was lit down, aired me now. The big fans stomping on roofs for rats. I got well like milk for fat. Memories gone, does that I pull pussy the podcast. Walk right in, big fam, thinking I'm a big man. Didn't know I was lit down, aired me now. The big fans stomping on roofs for rats. I got well like milk for fat. Memories gone, does that I pull pussy the podcast. And I eat that for brekkie. Now my diet so steady. I don't think that you ready.
So we were talking about it earlier. You've obviously collaborated with Kendo a few times. And
Yeah,
Pina Colada
Pina
was
Colada.
your biggest song.
Banger.
That is your biggest, most viewed song, correct?
It kind of, cause Tasty, the Instagram video I did.
And that was mixed by Paddy Kamalafe.
In Paddy Kamalafe, yeah, in the HQ studios, yeah. I recorded in the studio there, and then I recorded a video in my bedroom with all those different outfits. And all.
When I was writing my stuff to say, I just wanted to say I thought that was class. I remember texting you at the time.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good and creative. That was cool.
Yeah, I really like.
How is the bathroom now?
It's gone. The Rich Fish Tasty thing is gone now. I have to paint.
How
over.
was your mother about it? Did you ask permission? Well, obviously you must have to ask permission.
Here's the little secret. Yeah, the wall was getting painted that color anyway. So then I just painted over.
I think you actually might have told me that. So you made it look like it was a big like fuck you. I'm gonna just
yeah.
rebellious thing, but it was getting painted.
It was getting that color anyway. But I like the perception of like fuck my bathroom wall. I'm just gonna do what I want.
Dude, I'm actually glad that you've actually acknowledged that because
no, yeah, like I don't mind giving people perception, but I'm always gonna be out straight up what shit actually is. I'm not gonna be like some mad faking cunt.
And what like that was obviously fun to film, and you've done All About Money. Did you do any other music videos yet, or were they the only two you've done?
Let me think. After I was with Steph and Jody, we went to like kind of St. Stephen's Green and the car park there, and recorded some film for the Wigwam song.
Okay.
But the kind of idea was for that because he won't be here to like do the show in Wigwam, and I kind of want footage from Wigwam, but I'm gonna have to wait.
So you actually have some footage, but you can't really release it without a live gig in Wigwam.
I was thinking of just releasing it, but it's just kind of called Wigwam.
It's a song called Wigwam. You have to kind of have a bit in Wigwam.
Yeah, we actually went to Wigwam and we were outside Wigwam because we were like, well, we have to record this outside Wigwam or inside. And Jodie went in because she studied like she's an artist manager, and then her boyfriend is rapper Steph. And she did
couples goals.
Yeah, it's perfect couple really. She went in and she was kind of like saying, could these two rappers come in? They have a song called Wigwam. Just like no, and like and then they said no. So then we were also kind of like, well, we can't have their logo in the back.
They said that.
I think they said that. I wasn't thinking that. I was gonna do it anyway. But then if we posted it, I think there would be a problem there because something like
Maybe they were worried about lyrics wise or something if there's something bad and then it's outside Wigwam. That's a bit dumb though. I guess the fact that you asked permission was probably the issue. If you said have just done it,
we should have just done it. Just went to the bathroom upstairs or something. Say hop onto the stage down the back, just start performing to all these people having their dinner.
Oh, was it open for a restaurant at the time? And you wanted to go in and actually get up on the stage while there was like Owens eating their dinner and having a pint?
I don't know what the plan was, but it was to be in Wigwam and somewhere in it. But yeah, I don't think we could have really been on stage, and it would have been a shite buzz if we were on. Actually, no, I had the place hopping if we were on stage.
No, that would have been a music video, right? So everyone's like sitting there with their masks on and stuff, and they're sitting in Wigwam eating their dinner, and then it goes into the hook, all of them just jump up and they start moshing. Maybe that's a music video for
Imagine
you.
that, yeah,
That'd
in
be-
Wigwam. You know what kind of annoyed me though? Like, it's fair enough. I tagged Wigwam in so much stuff, and but they just never seen it. I should have emailed them,
But
really.
they know you, surely.
No, they wouldn't, because it was the promoters. It wasn't Wigwam. Wigwam didn't organize that event. Promoters, or like people that run nights, do. And like Safe House, it was Safe House. They run the night, and then so they know me, and then they just got me. So Wigwam have no idea who I am, but maybe they'd recognize me because I shut that place down.
So a music video in Wigwam hopefully actually could be on the cards at some point.
But
Or at least live footage of you just playing. Is that kind of the plan then?
it has to be in Wigwam.
It
But
has
then,
to be
but
in
then,
Wigwam.
yeah, it has to be in Wigwam. But then, the thing is like, what if that's in like years, and then it's like that song's so old at this stage?
It's probably not going to be in years. I'm sure an opportunity like that could arrive. Well, actually, yeah, probably
Yeah.
could be a couple of months.
Could
I
be
know
a
what you
bit.
mean.
I actually have a gig coming up. It's I
Like a
only
gig coming up.
yeah,
Wow.
it's a online gig.
An online gig.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
This someone sent it to me. Finnegan sent it to me. He sent me this thing. He said Spectrum Audio is looking for artists to come. They go to a venue and you perform, and it's like 8 different nights on Saturday nights, and it's €20, and you have access to all 8 of them. And I think it's mainly, I don't know what the other genres are. I think it's a good bit of bands and random kind of stuff.
So it's €20 and you get the opportunity to kind of just go out and do
8
music
gigs.
on. And what? So you're going to do it in your room or whatever? Is that?
No, I go to a venue, and
Oh,
say
okay,
you
sorry,
pay
yeah,
you pay
sorry.
€20, and you have a ticket to all 8 of them. all 8 nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how is the like popularity level of it? Is it like?
They were texting into the thing. They made a group chat, and they were texting into it, and they said the full, because they asked me from my social media and my songs of like how they wanted to see how I was doing basically, and then because I don't think they just let anyone, and they said that the full range of what we could get would be like 55,000 people. That's the max kind of. So then it's anywhere in between there.
Oh my god, that could be
Yeah,
pretty cool.
can't wait for it.
And when is that going to be hosted?
It's December, January. I haven't got my day yet, but they're going to do a artist or the performing contract or something like that, which I've never signed before, and it'd be the first time that I actually make proper like money off music,
Oh, so you're getting money. You're getting some
off
form
the
of
ticket
money.
sales. Like,
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really good. That's a big. That's a big step.
yeah, it'd be exciting. Yeah, I can't wait for it.
And the like, so it's over 8 weeks. Is
8
it?
weeks,
Obviously-
8 Saturdays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you'll be advertising that on your Instagram, which is @richfishbish.
Yeah, so just a quick update just here. Again, I'm editing this a couple of months late, so that gig is actually already taking place. Again, sorry Fish for taking so long with this, but yeah, guys, listen, sorry again for taking so long. This is slightly out of date, but yeah, let's get back into the interview.
Yeah,
But yeah, so you went on anyway, and you did back to Kendo. So you're doing that online act. So you did Pina Colada with Kendo. And how was that? Where did you record that? Was it Pirate Studios, or did you do another song there?
here, record it right
You
here in my
recorded this
room.
right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It sounds good production
sounds
quality
good, doesn't it?
considering, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because the great thing about working with Kendall was that I got the opportunity to improve my like skills in working with an artist and mixing their vocals and recording them.
So were you kind of the producer of the song then, and Kendo just rapped? Is that kind of what it was? And then you were like showing him, and you were kind of learning together. Is that
Yeah,
kind of-
we were learning together, definitely. But I remember because Kendo, he was in my house in probably December last year, something like that. And there's a few of us like with Wally and Gillen. We were rapping, and Kendo had never rapped before, so whenever he would go, I'd be like, "Oh, let Kendo go," and he was just saying stuff, and it just like caught my interest, and I was like, I don't know, there's something about it, and I was gonna text him. I was gonna be like, "Here, Kendo, you start rapping. You come up to my house."
Yeah.
But he texted me first, like, "Here, man, I've been writing since that day, and can I come up and record?" And I was like, "I was
And
gonna
you
say
were
that to
already
you,"
gonna say it.
and that's why I have so much time for Kendo, because he's just like, people text me saying, "Oh, can I do this with you? Can I do this?" And like they haven't started yet, The thing about Kendall was he started himself,
And he actually actively
and he
went down
did
and
it.
texted
Yeah,
you.
yeah. A lot of
And
people.
he's a bro too.
Yeah, he's my brother. So,
Every time we text, we be doing it discreetly. And she looking Rolo, something like a sweetie. Looking now I'm on a diet, so don't try tease me. But if I fuck it up, it's not for one, cause I'm greedy.
She's so freaky, yeah, she's so cheeky, yeah, it's so easy, yeah, she not needy, yeah, and I'm not messing, I'm not resting, don't need helping, cause I'm destined.
Listen, if she's bad, then I'm teaching her a lesson. Still never text back, keep her guessing. I'm forever single, not messing. Got a pocket full of cash, that's a blessing.
Limo with me and she a blessing. She is my angel, she not from heaven. Sorry if I'm just gonna leave you guessing. All eyes on me and that's since I stepped in. New York, my one pina colada. I got champagne and she calling me papa. This guy like Riri, but she way better. I'm not her father, she calling me dada. Love her
I meant to show you the songs before they started. Actually, I meant to show you them. But we made a song, and it's kind of like similar vibe to Pina Colada, cause me and Kendall were just perfect for those reggaeton beats, those kind of like Afro beats or like those Hispanic beats. That's what we're good at. Like, and we could just go back and forth.
And it's like having fun with it kind of.
Yeah.
And because he's your mate, you have that chemistry that you can kind of just go, oh yeah, let's do this.
Me and
let's do
Kendall
that.
have such good chemistry, like so good. Especially now, I don't know, when we're making this last song, I don't know what we're gonna call it. I think it's gonna be called or something like that. And it was coming like to the end, and we are going like 4 bars, and then I go 4 bars, and he goes 4 bars, and then he did the thing. He's like, me and Fish just giving out lessons, and it was so weird because I was just laying out a lesson for these rappers or something like that, and I was like, how did you know I was gonna do that? It's so strange. It's so cool. It's just like,
You can even hear you smiling when you're like talking, when you're singing, and you're like, you can tell you're smiling and actually having fun. Like,
yeah.
And it's nearly like, I'm not even sure if this one's gonna make it. The two of you are like laughing and having fun. And you can actually feel that in the song, and it's a
Yeah.
fun song.
It's the energy in the song. It's just like a buzz, just like, yeah, summertime buzz. That
Talk about then YFL, Young Fella Lifestyle. So reggaeton, did I get it right that time? Is
Reggaeton.
what Pina Colada is. Dark Trap is what you described. Yopstar is.
Yeah.
Is YFL that as well?
YFL has dark trap in it, but I think it has upbeat, bright sounding trap, and like Confetti would be like kind of a buzz. Like there wasn't really one like that on Yopstar. That was just all dark. Confetti's a buzz, so that's one I opened with. Then,
That is my favorite song.
yeah, I think it's a lot of
I
people's.
didn't know. I was like, I don't know if that'd surprise you or not. But that's my favorite.
A
song.
good few people really love that
I
song.
was also a massive fan. I'm sure we can talk about them one by one. I was also
Yeah.
a massive fan of Shards.
Shards, yeah.
There's like a lot of drug references in that one, or
Yeah.
there's a lot of drug references in that one.
Yeah.
I love that one too. I think
That's a
that was
good one.
more. That's like a lot of like. There's a lot of bars in that. You know what I mean?
I think there is a lot of bars in that one. Yeah, I think there's a few people that text me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I love the song. I love the EP, but I didn't love Shards." So it's kind of that's the most polarizing one on the EP, where either you love it or you don't.
Well, I really like that one.
Yeah, I love it as well.
I guess maybe it's like it's not like Confetti or Consequences or
Mm.
like as in it's not loud and like a banger. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
is more
it's
you
like-
just
it's like-
kinda just
The deepest tone of my voice I've ever rapped in, and I don't know if that's how I sound. Like when I'm talking right now, I don't know if that's. I thought I was using my actual voice, but then Kate was kind of like, "Oh, that sounds so much deeper than you've ever spoke." But I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
So talk to me about Confetti first. So obviously that's loud and different than you've ever done before. That is my favorite.
Yeah.
I think it is quite similar to now Mistake. I apologize.
Tasty?
It's off Yopstar. The opening song of Yopstar
But
is
bombs.
Bombs, because it's similar in a sense. I know you just said you didn't like that song earlier on. Not in it's similar in the sense that it's loud and it's kind of like this kind of open and like. Do you get what I mean?
I get what you mean.
It's like you obviously know that to start an album
Yeah.
or to start an EP, an important thing is to start with it like, okay, let's
And
go.
yeah, and the same thing as well with Consequences and All About Money. Those two songs are so similar, and they're both at the last
They're
songs.
at the end.
Yeah.
Because are you conscious in how you're actually going to order them?
Yeah.
Do you kind of plan on which way you're going to order them?
Definitely. Yeah, it was definitely Confetti from the first one and Consequences for the last one. So then the other two, it didn't really matter to me that much, but like Shards, I was kind of like, it was a drastic difference from confetti, so that's why I put that on there. Because confetti, I'm like, high pitch, like popping off like confetti, and then shouts, I'm like deep like this and this. So it's like that contrast, and then rowdy, it's kind of like a shouty one.
The way
just
you
like
come in
yops.
on Rowdy
Oh my god.
in the verse is
Yeah.
very,
Wait,
very good.
scratch that.
What's the opening lyrics? Sorry, yeah, scratch that. Yeah.
We whack
The
that,
way you
act that, sit
open,
about, and
yeah,
attack that.
it's very, very good. The EP
Yeah.
is like the best thing you have done, like as an actual project, 100%.
I think so too. Yeah.
But the way you come in on that one, and they're all different. Like they're all
They are
different.
different,
They
yeah.
have a distinguishable sound between the four of them, but they're all different.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a project should be, you know.
Definitely. I think we're ready. What happened was I was here. It was during lockdown, the first one. And I had like 3 people over, and don't hate me, but they left, and there's no way I was sleeping. I was so lit, and then I just I recorded I put my earphones in, and I had a little microphone on the earphones, and I recorded it like that, and I just started freestyling, and I just came up with that flow, and I was like,
So
shit.
you came up with that just kind of in a moment. Like
Yeah, and then I just started writing words to fill in that exact thing, and I was like, this is banging.
you woke up the next morning and you were like, what happened?
Yeah.
You click play and you're like, wait, what?
What? Yeah, yeah.
So it was kind of like that in a way.
Yeah, you kind of do worry. I always do worry because, like, I don't know if I like smoke green or something like that, and then I'm like, or I take Ritalin, and I'm working so well, and I'm like, this bang, and put on my story, wake up next day, and I'm like, this is dirt. I delete it, because it's so bad, but I thought it was so good in the time, and that's what I was worried about with Rowdy, but actually, no, I wasn't even worried, because I knew it was banging. No, that's not even true.
And then obviously we finished with Consequences too,
Yeah.
which, I mean, that is probably the most kind of popular one, you know what I mean? It's the most known one. Would you agree with that? Or am I among people that would like have listened to the EP, do you not think that's the most popular and known one?
Confetti is the most popular one.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's most
interesting.
listened.
I would have thought that Consequences would have been.
Consequences deserves it, but I don't know. Consequences is a more deeper one that I think our people that we know would appreciate, but people that don't know me, or they know me a kind of bit, God, so many people have come up to me being like what, like you were chatting in that, weren't you? And like you like, and I was just like, there's not one lie in Consequences. It's all fact, which is the crazy part, but because you wouldn't expect it.
So Confetti. Interesting. We're gonna take a quick smoke break.
Yeah.
Now to ease ourselves.
Play a record.
You're an idiot, Carl. Play a record. This is Feeder. Right, we'll take a little smoke break. Will we just leave it on?
Okay. I'll go to London for cake cause I need a shirt. Not talking about lyrics, but my cousin dropped bars. I drew a line of the sun off in my heart. I got these red yolks, they looking like Mars. I dropped 2 of them, they made me turn crazy. Another in my mouth, omelet is tasty. Come down, it's coming, but it gets evaded. My eyes are speeding, don't know what they racing. Smoking on powder, it really be feeling me.
What was so we were talking about YFL, Young Fella Lifestyle. I guess we'll actually kind of just continue there slightly. What did you talk to me about the cover? It's a bit of a
The
controversial
cover,
one.
yeah.
Without actually talking about the
Incriminating
cover.
anyone.
Yeah. That cover, what, like, did you ask all them, could you put that cover up, or did you just kind of do it?
Did I ask? Well, did I ask? I put it up, and then the one that would be annoyed about it texted me and was like, no. Like, I can't have that. Okay. And I was like, oh, fair then. I might just have to, like, censor it out. And then he changed his mind. He's like, it's grand, just leave it in.
It's not, but to be honest, like, the original picture of that isn't, you can't actually tell really what's going on in the picture. Yeah, I mean, you have an idea. It's an unbelievable album cover.
Yeah.
Like, it is world class.
Yeah.
But it's a shame that it's not just you and a load of random people, because in terms of just saving your friends. But
as if, like, if I got, like, models in to model that picture.
It's so good, though. It's
a perfect picture. And it's like, shout out to the lads as well. The lads are in a cover picture, like.
Yeah, and did you edit yourself? Did you actually, like...
Yeah.
You kind of did. You kind of blocked out stuff.
Yeah.
You blocked out their eyes.
Eyes, that necessary, yeah. I
Why
edit.
their eyes, man?
just so they couldn't be identified.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
yeah,
that was the only reason.
That was the only reason.
That was the only
But
reason.
what about the rest of their faces then? Because you can see the rest of their faces in it.
You know what? I didn't actually think about it that much.
So did you?
If their eyes were in it would have ruined the picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Because some of their eyes are weird. Yeah.
Weird eyes.
A bit red or something.
Beaming.
What artists have you been listening to? That's just completely killed the flow of the conversation. Just what artists have you been listening
What
to?
artists
Just
have I
wanted to
listened
ask
to?
you that.
What artists have I been listening to? Sorry. You know what? I was thinking about it recently, and the artist that I listen to the most, without a doubt, is Rich Fish. I am just listening to my own music constantly.
I love it. It's narcissistic, but it's also quite beautiful and confident.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's like I just on repeat.
So when you're at home, are you listening to when you're getting ready?
Yeah,
or are you
on the
listening?
speaker, and I'll put some. Maybe sometimes I put some old songs on. A lot of time it's unreleased songs, and I'm listening to them. If it's not that,
Just on that, then, do you
Yeah.
like? Would you be kind of consciously kind of critiquing the songs as you go?
Yeah.
Would that be something that you would do?
I'd be looking at it and I'd be like, and the more I listen to it, I'm like, you know what, I could do that differently, or maybe I don't want to say that because it's a shit bar. Get rid of that. So it is a bit of that, or it's just this song is so banging.
So good.
It's so good. I just can't stop listening to it. And that was like that song that with King Come Laffy. That did you hear me promoting that one? It's not out. It's not out though.
I think I've seen you promote.
On a story, yeah,
But
and like,
what's it called?
I think it's called, we're gonna call it Hide It or something like that. And that song is just unbelievably, like, I was so happy with it. But then I think they, in the HQ studios with like Paddy and King and Toby, that they spilled water on their MacBook, so it's gone. It's gone, and all the songs are gone, so we're
Well,
gonna
you
have
don't
to.
have them on like a drive or some sort of thing to save them.
I have the MP3, but the files, so we can't change any little thing. We
You
can't
have to
read.
just, it's either going to be that or it's
Yeah,
you
and
can't
we
edit it.
they I
And
don't
you're not
they,
too happy with it. Like
I would love to just release it, but I think it's their song more. It's King's song more. So it's like it's his song, and I don't think they would release it like that. I would love to just release it, but
talk about actually working with them because you worked with Paddy on Tasty and
Yeah.
what does he mix other sides? So he's mixed that one too, did he?
yeah, rappers do always be in the HQ studios. Like they had like Farlane, like they had a few other rappers and stuff, and Scrape was. I love going to HQ studios. It's so much fun, and I don't know. It's just always a buzz, and it always.
Where is that?
He has it. It's all in like his Paddy's back of his house. He has this big like
It's like a
converted
shed,
shed,
isn't
but it's like massive.
Okay.
And he has like
I
a-
literally had no idea
Yeah.
that's what it was.
He has a booth and like a glass panel, and you can see where like Paddy's mixing, and like I
So they
filmed.
proper done it up like a studio.
Yeah, it's a studio, and like they put like these manga pictures all on the walls, and it's the whole design all around. It's so cool. They have LED lights, and I filmed a video. I don't know when that video is coming out though, but video for like, I don't know what I'd compare it to. It's like say like a colours type of thing where it's just a mic and I'm rapping into it. So I have one of them recorded with them as well. I don't know when they're gonna release that either though. I hope they bring it out soon because it was good.
And what is that somewhere then you'll just get a text and you'll be like, oh, we're up in HQ Studios, and you just kind of go and just kind of have fun and try and make songs? Is that kind of how it works? Do they have like loads of people going or?
When I'm there, it would just be like 3 to 4 people. But it would just be like Paddy and King and their cousin Toby, and Ordini, and then they we just go there, and I usually would go with a song. Okay, I want to record this song, get it properly done here, and then maybe Paddy would mix it because he's good at it, and then I think that's what I did was something, and then we were just freestyling, and I have to make a song. We're just freestyling and playing through beats, and then we just picked that tasty beat, and then that was just freestyle. We just freestyled it, and King's good at freestyling and singing. King is talented. I think King is so talented. Like when he made that song, he was 17, and he was like, yeah, don't even know what I would be like when I was 17.
Oh boy, this shit bang. Feel like my plans won't make me feel no good like I'm Amy. One in my house, we can get crazy. Mixed with whisk, right? Yeah, that's tasty. That's so tasty. She's so tasty, and she won't taste me, and she won't take me. Feel like my plans won't make me Feel no good like I'm Amy. One in my house, we can get crazy. Mixed by whisper, yeah, that's tasty. That's so tasty. She's so tasty. And she won't taste me. And she gon' take me. Yeah, she wanna
In a
take
different
me.
way.
Yeah.
And are you still doing singing lessons? Because the last time
Yeah.
I interviewed you, you said you were doing singing lessons. Obviously, with COVID, it's probably different.
No, yeah, I had stopped before COVID. I was gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna join back maybe around summertime. Obviously, that couldn't happen. But I know Ellen Kelly, so I was thinking maybe I'll just be like, oh, if you're doing private lessons, I definitely do. But like every day, not as much every day anymore. But every time I have a shower, and I don't shower every day, so that's exposing right there.
Scruff.
Yeah, fair. Or every time I go for a cycle,
Episode 1, Rich Fish is a scruff.
exposed. Yeah. Every time I go for a cycle, I do vote the last class I ever had. I was like, can I just record us going through these vocal warm ups? So then I still do the same thing that I was doing for the practice, but I don't do the singing these mad Italian old songs, which do help. But I'm still keeping up with it. But I would love to go back to it properly.
Is it like something that you can just actively keep up with those singing, or is it kind of something that a teacher kind of needs to be there with you for?
I think you could teach yourself. I really do think you could, but I don't think I would be as good of a singer if I
Didn't
did.
go to
Yeah,
that?
and like the thing is now that I use a lot of auto-tune in my like new songs that I'm making, but even I'm using auto-tune. Of course, that's gonna make it sound like I didn't hit a bad note, but it wouldn't sound as good if I didn't do singing lessons, because
Yeah.
my singing, the original thing.
Well, of course, the actual singing is obviously
Yeah.
going to have a drastic effect on
So,
the
yeah.
auto-tune.
And like I do like my voice singing without auto-tune, but I just love it so much with auto-tune.
You said you sing in the shower. Sorry, is it before that you said? Did you say that you sing when you cycle?
All the time, yeah, all the time. I'd be singing, I'd be freestyling.
What, when you're like cycling around?
I'm cycling around, going through town and all. Like, here's a story. I was going because I just organized
you
it.
don't.
Yes, I do. I'll tell you this right now. I was
You're
going.
not belting it out. You're kind of singing to yourself.
All right, here we go. Right. I was coming. I just organized that gig for the online one, so I was buzzing. So I did my vocal warm ups, and I was just cycling up to meet Jack Hanna, and then I came up to the Odeon in Coolock, and then say I was at the bottle bank, you know that behind part,
Behind
then-
on the tunnel, you're
yeah,
right,
and
okay.
then like you know like the traffic lights, and you know
So
the
it's like across the way from Odeon. Is that what you mean?
no, you know when you go the back way leading up behind
so
Odeon,
Springdale Road is where you're talking.
yeah, coming up to,
Near
as if
where, yeah, I
yeah,
know
just
where
where
you're
that bottle bank is.
I know where you're
I
talking.
was just there, and then
People who don't know where we're talking about probably won't understand.
no, they
Doesn't
won't.
matter.
But
We'll have many listeners who don't know what we're talking
Yeah.
about. Shout out the Springdale Road gang.
yeah. So then I was there, and then Jack Hanna was all the way over at the traffic lights to the right, as if you're going up towards the Spar. He was all further than traffic lights.
And he could hear you.
He could hear. He was like, I could hear you screaming, man. Were you alright? Like, what are you screaming at? And I was like, I was just singing my own songs.
Do you know what I do actually with masks?
What?
I have masks on, and when I have my headphones in, I do
Sing along.
I'd be kind of singing to myself, but
Yeah.
not actively like loud, like
I'm
screaming.
screaming, man. I was doing white face, and I was like, here, what you say? And I was screaming it. It's
Okay,
such a
well, I don't
buzz.
do that, but
Yeah.
when I have a mask on and I'm walking around in public now, the mask has come to my advantage because
time.
I can kind of sing to myself and people don't see my lips moving, so I can kind of go,
Yeah.
go on to like a song comes on.
Sometimes here's the thing though.
If confetti.
Sometimes I'll be walking around town, and because I cycle everywhere, if I'm walking, sometimes I just walk around town and I'm singing, and people are walking past me, and I'll just be singing out loud.
That's cool, man. I just don't do that.
But
But
I
people, like,
I
will
would look
people
at
be
someone
looking
else
at
doing
you?
that and be like, what a weirdo. I
Well,
would.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So and also just so you cycle around and sing.
Yeah.
You know when you get like after your cycles of singing, you know, obviously it's been pretty sweaty. Would you have a shower then?
Not all the time.
When you have a shower, you obviously when after you have a cycle, you have a shower.
No, not all the time.
With the next morning,
No, I never shower in the morning.
you don't shower in the morning. Would you be like a
No.
late night shower?
Late night shower.
No.
Big
I'm
time.
not about that. I used to
Or
be about that
midday
when
late
I was
night.
like an 8-year-old baby and I was getting into the pajamas. I used to do that. But like, you have to wake up in the morning. You smell like rotten in the morning.
When have you ever smelled me and said I smell
No,
bad?
I said I
exactly.
smell rotten in the morning after I wake
Yeah,
up.
so
like,
you take a
probably
shower
'cause I
then.
don't shower the night before. Yeah.
You shower then because you smell bad. I
But
don't
what if
smell
your
bad.
bed is messy? Like we're currently in your room right now. If your bed clothes haven't been changed in like a couple of days, if you
Wait,
shower, then
how often do you change your bedclothes?
like regularly,
Like how often?
I don't know, like a bit. But anyway,
Like how often?
once a year. No, but
Yeah.
if you have a shower at night time and then you get into bed and your bed is a bit dirty, you're gonna wake up in the morning and you're gonna be scruffy. Like you have to have a shower in the morning. It's like the
No, you
first thing you
don't.
do.
If I'm waking up,
Jackson shower, like piss and shower, like.
if I'm waking up and I have to go to college and I'm an online thing, I think I'm waking up to have a shower. I'm waking up 2 minutes before the class and turning my computer on. Like,
Oh well, no. Well, if I have an online lecture, I'm getting up and doing the online lecture. But in normal circumstances,
if I have anything
I
to do,
never
I'm not
leave the
having a shower.
house without having a shower. Like
No
I would
way,
shower
man.
more than once a day most times. Like,
What?
actively.
That's so
I've showered
bad for
twice
you.
today. I've showered twice
Are
today.
you having a laugh,
I
man?
left for work at 11:30, and I showered at like 11:20, and then I showered when I got home at 6.
That's so bad for you.
Oh, I know, but I wash my hands like about 10 times a day. No, not 10 times, more than that. Like constantly, I'm constantly washing my hands or something. Like I brush my teeth like about 5 times a day. Like
I brush my teeth a lot.
it's just I don't know. I like being clean. I don't know how you could wake up, get up, and did you shower today?
No, I showered yesterday. But
Nah.
I showered yesterday, but the shower before that, my boiler was broken, so it was like a while.
You haven't showered in what? Like so you
No, I showered
like,
yesterday.
twice this week.
Yeah.
That's 4. I've showered twice today.
Well, I don't
Anyway.
smell bad.
No,
and
well,
you-
you don't. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I'm just saying. Well, yeah.
So exactly, what's the problem?
No, I'm just
People-
saying it's a bit weird.
People didn't shower for millions of years, and it was fine. There was no bother. Like
Yeah,
what?
but that's different though because they
Why?
weren't consuming the greasy food and like just.
They
the
were
horrible-
running around, catching antelope and shit like that. They were running around
It's
all the
different
time.
though because
They were
everyone
sweaty
smells
cunts.
like shit then though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if I smell myself, I'm like, I smell
And
bad.
they did.
Then
though.
I'm like,
to
okay,
say
I'm
that
gonna
they
take a shower.
didn't clean themselves is bullshit too because they did.
Yeah.
Like there's actual proof.
Not
that
twice
back
a
in the
day, though.
No, but they used to clean themselves. Like they did clean themselves. They made it their business to clean themselves.
They get in a river and clean themselves.
But yeah, that was
Yeah.
at a basic level. But yeah, like they.
What
would,
else would they do?
make
Like
it
they
their
didn't have,
business.
they didn't.
The Roman baths. Like they used to.
You're talking recent history, but yeah, okay. But no, people would have a bath once a year and stuff.
Yeah, but still, people would actively clean themselves. Anyway, look, that's just. Going
Yeah,
on,
so I'm above average then.
I just think though, in modern
history-
day, it's weird that you don't shower once a day.
No, I don't think that's true. I think that's just, I don't know, that's just society telling you that, like, I just go my own way, kind of way. I'll shower when I feel like I need a
You
shower.
drop a song when you want to drop a song.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not going to
Or
shower
you'll
just
sing when
because.
you want to sing.
Yeah. Just because everyone's showering once a day doesn't mean I'm going to shower once a day.
But I'm not doing it to follow the crowd. I'm doing it because I wake up and I smell like shit. Like,
Jeez, yeah, then definitely you should be showering. Like,
right. Well, that has nearly concluded our show. I
Yeah.
feel. I think we've touched on quite a lot of things. We touched on COVID. We touched on all your songs. We touched on a couple of things you did. We touched on the studios. Everything. like that.
showering.
Yeah, showering,
Hygiene.
singing. But what I wanted to conclude with, and me and you actually spoke about this. The last time I interviewed you, I wanted to conclude with a number of questions. And it's been a year now, and I finally got to conclude with them. What I've pulled up is, and I'm copying. Did you-
Oh, yeah.
So what I've pulled up here is a number of questions. They're not my questions. They're actually from inside the actor's studio. I've actually robbed this idea. But I think it's
Plagiarism.
a very
So it's
good
plagiarism.
way. I think it's a very good way to kind of get into the mind of someone, especially of an artist. I think it's a very good way
Yeah.
to get into the mind of them.
Okay.
Now, I believe I actually have asked you these questions off camera, but this was a long time
Did
ago,
you?
so maybe.
I don't
I
think
don't
you
know
did.
if I have.
You
but-
talked about it, but I don't think it. Oh, I'm hitting the mic.
So we've got 10 questions here. Rich,
Let me just try to fix this mic real quick,
you can work away.
because it's doing
We've
my
got 10
head.
questions here. Just before, well, actually, I'll tell you what, we're actually going to finish on that. So I'll just have to say, while you're fixing your mic, do you want to plug anything? Pish is coming out.
Pitch is coming out on the 27th of November. I'm planning to have a video done for it. What else? Rich Fish Bish is my Instagram. And That's it.
That's it. Okay, that's great to hear. Is the microphone fixed?
No, I'm just gonna hold it.
You're just going to hold it. Okay.
Yeah.
So these Inside the Actor Studios is a good way to just get into the mind of somebody, I guess. So I'm going to just ask you these 10 questions, Richard.
Yeah.
Question 1. What's your favourite word?
My favorite word.
Can be
Is it quickfire?
I mean, you kind of, I would expect you
I
to
was
roll
Poxy
off
came to my mind. Oh no, yeah, Poxy is.
Poxy, no, I will just say there's actually a question that's what's your favourite curse word? And I
Okay,
guess
so I'll
Poxy
save it.
kind
So
of is
I'll
kind
save
of a
that
curse
one.
word.
My favorite word would be fish. If I'm being honest, I do love the word fish. I don't know, is that?
Has a bounce to it.
Yeah,
It rhymes with pish and bish.
I do love the word fish, and yeah, I have grown to love it. Is that like kind of?
No, that's fine. Listen,
Yeah.
again, it doesn't really matter what you answer. It's just a question.
Yeah, everyone's gonna get inside my mind. It's gonna be just mad.
What's your least favourite word?
Bugga.
Adam Dunn.
My least favorite word is. Oh, Jesus Christ! These are kind of.
They're good, though.
They're good though. They are good though.
Just whatever you think of. Don't worry yourself with it. Don't pressure yourself. There's only going to be about 10 listeners, so.
Yeah. See, this kind of always was my head in. It would be the word sweet, or the word sweat. Do you get me? Cause
No.
sweet is spelled SWEET, but it sounds like SWEAT. Sweet, eat. Why? And then sweat sounds like SWEET, but it's spelled
Well,
with the
actually,
eat.
sweat, as in sweat,
Yeah.
sounds like SWET.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
wet,
Yeah.
sweat. I get what you mean.
So that's always done my
So
head in.
you're actually beefing with that word? Like you're-
Those two words, just flip them. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
But that's just the way the English...
I know,
kind
but it
of-
doesn't make any sense.
I'd imagine probably the reason is because one of the words was invented. One of the words was like given years before the other one or something. Do you know what is actually a bit annoying on the topic of sweet? You know when someone goes, "Oh yeah, sweet man."
Sweet one.
Sweet,
Yeah.
That's
You don't like that?
No, I don't know.
Not for you.
Sweet. When someone says, "Oh yeah, sweet," I don't know how I feel about that. Like we're from Dublin. Like if someone in Dublin's like to me, "Yeah, sweet man," like I don't really know how I feel about that.
That's right. A lot of people say that. No,
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. What turns you on? It doesn't have to be sexual. Okay, what turns you on?
It doesn't have to be sexual.
What turns you on? Sorry, creatively, spiritually, and emotionally.
Okay, so that's the whole question.
Yeah, that's the
What
full
turns
question.
me on is going to Portmarnock Beach and talking to the sea.
Talking to the sea.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be talking to the sea, and maybe I'll be talking to you, or maybe I'll be talking to anyone. But then no one's replying. But that just gets me going.
Would you talk out loud or is it in your head?
Out loud, fully out loud. Last time I was there, I was screaming my songs at the sea. That was the first time I did that. But no,
Were you by yourself?
yeah, of course.
And when was this? You went on a cycle or a walk or something like that? And it's
It
just-
was how I started doing it was I went and I was drinking and I had like a joint with me and I don't usually smoke, but I smoked it and then I was dying to go for piss. And then when I'm in the sea, I have no problem with pissing in the sea because it's like whatever. But I was standing outside the sea, fully clothed, and I pissed in the sea, and I was like, "That was poxy."
Yeah.
I was like,
it feels
and I
kinda
said,
scummy.
I said sorry to the sea. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry about that," and then I just
He
started
was like, "Don't
chatting.
worry," he went, "Don't worry about it, bro."
Yeah, and then I was like, "What's up with you then?" Like, and then I just started chatting then. And then whenever I'm walking away from the sea, I'm just like, "I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you."
And you're the fish, so I guess it kind of works.
Oh
It's
shit!
kinda
I
like
never thought about
Aquaman.
that.
You're kind of like Aquaman.
Aquaman, yeah, fair.
And what turns you off creatively, spiritually, and emotionally?
Wanking.
People wanking, like you. That
No, me like.
What you hate when you do it, like
Yeah, it gets rid of creativity.
does it?
Yeah, like it. Yeah, and then I was like, yeah, big time, it's poxy.
Do
Hate
you
it.
think it just sends you like lazy? And
Lazy,
sour?
so lazy. Yeah, I hate it.
But then there's sometimes where it's just kind of.
Sometimes it's good. I'm gonna go sleep. Yeah, perfect. But if I'm supposed to be doing something, I'm supposed to be making music. Cut that. Like I need to just cut that. Like.
So that turns you
unproductive.
off creatively, spiritually, and emotionally, and also sexually. So it actually
Big
kind
time.
of works.
Yeah.
And what sound or noise do you love? What sound or noise do you love?
Like you and Brad would be like, ooh.
What
Reckon
we
I-
make like a funny noise, like a oh,
Yeah.
oh,
They're probably my favorite noises.
like when the lads are just kind of making funny noises. like-
yeah, they're my favorite ones.
I get what you mean. Like
Yeah.
if you're kind of just like that. Oh.
yeah. Yeah, I love that shit.
I
Yeah.
actually think that's actually a great one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like if it's just funny noises,
Yeah.
emotion In noise. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. 100%. What noise do you hate?
Probably when you're saying that and other than those funny noises.
Obviously, your profession is rapping.
Okay.
What other profession completely unrelated to rapping? And also, I'll actually go as far as to say arts in general.
Has to
Would
be
you
arts?
like to? No.
Okay.
Other than arts.
Other
so
than
let's
arts.
completely throw that.
It wasn't going to be arts.
Yeah. Good.
Therapist.
Therapist.
Yeah. Oh my god. So much. Like, if I would love to do like psychology in college. I was thinking of doing it for a master's, but fuck that. Like, I couldn't do that. But it's just.
I think you'd be good at that.
I love talking about problems. I love talking about my own problems, and I love talking about other people's problems. And yeah, it's great. And I don't know, when other people's telling me problems, it's kind of like I learn from it as well, because I'm learning how they feel. If I've never felt it, I can't relate, but I can understand that I don't understand.
They sound like to me traits of a good psychologist. Is it definitely something that you'd never consider, like doing a master's in, maybe like or something?
Maybe
like
when I'm older.
maybe something to look into.
Maybe when the music flops and I have to do
But that's
something.
not going to happen.
I
That's
know,
not gonna
once,
happen.
yeah,
We don't,
I
we don't
know.
actually. We're not even going to talk about that. But that's something that you'd really like to do.
Yeah.
What profession would you not at all like to do? I think that's an easy one.
That's an easy one. I've
9 to
worked
5.
office. Yeah, I've worked in an office. I did a kind of. I think it was the one, not the work experience, the placement. For Fortune, I did it with my mom, and the first day was the day after Paddy's Day, and I came in, and I was getting sick out that window, like 4 stories down, and then I woke up the next day, had to go in. Oh, it was actually funny. The fella in front of me stunk a gargle. You smell so bad. I was like to my mom, I was like,
He worked in the office also.
no, we were just on the bus in, and I was like, this fella in front of us is gonna make me get sick on this bus right now. And I got in, it was grand, and then I had to do filing. But then I put my hand to my face, and I realized that it was me that smelled like the gargle, and I almost got sick right there in the office. But then I was filing and stuff, and it's not for me. I was doing it wrong. My mom had to do it all again. This is not for me.
Just boring and just something that
Not for me.
doesn't encourage creativity.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
what you mean in a broader sense.
But if it did, like, I'm gonna be musicians, but like sound engineering would like go hand in hand with that.
Yeah.
That's definitely what I'll probably be doing when I'm doing music as well.
Sound engineering in some
Yeah.
regard is
Yeah.
something that you're looking at. And finally,
Cool.
this one's kind of a bit too intense, but anyway,
Perfect.
we'll do it. If heaven exists,
Yeah.
what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates? What's the first sentence?
Say, what's up, rich fish, Bish?
Bombs is alright.
Yeah, he go,
Talk about the money, get the cash.
yeah. I don't know, he just be like, what's up, lad? And be like, you know what? You were alright.
You're alright.
Yeah, you did it. Maybe everything wasn't the best, but you made up for it, in other words.
You had to go.
Yeah,
Good
you
guy.
gave it your best shot, and I definitely have. So, I'd be happy if God said that to me. Be chuffed if I went up and heaven was there, and it was real. And like, that'd be tops.
Like, what would they be playing all about money or something? And like everyone would be grooving to?
Constantly. On repeat, like, they get all the unreleased up there now. It's gonna be lit up there. Shut down heaven.
Well, that was brilliant, Fish, and I
Yeah.
think that actually is a good way to conclude. Pish is coming out in 2 weeks' time for
From
us.
this-
but
from this
we'll be
recording.
dropping this a lot closer. What's the exact date?
27th of November.
27th of
2020.
November 2020.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it for me. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much. Probably will do another episode of this at some point, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't really know what I'm doing.
Definitely should.
But anyway, good luck. Thanks, Fish.
Thanks for having me.
Ah, that's good. That is very good. Very good.
This was fucking
I don't know you yet, but I used to, yeah. Ooh, I had no clue. I had something